wrestling fans, guys, hope you're having a great weekend. Hope you had a great week. And if this is your first time tuning in, thank you very much. If it's not your first time tuning in, thank you for being one of the 310 subscribers on the channel right now. Don't forget to give me a like and a comment down below. And if you're not a subscriber yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and hit that bell for all notifications. It is appreciated. Go back out and check anything you missed. And follow me on Facebook at Wrestling1988. Had to get all that stuff out of the way, wrestling fans. Now let's dive into why you are here. WrestleMania. And Vince McMahon, Vinnie Mac, wanting it bigger, 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 and more bigger. Now, wrestling fans, I want you to think back. All right? Think back to a past WrestleMania where WWE did not use everybody on the card. Now, you have to realize, wrestling fans, and you have to remember, I've been watching wrestling practically my entire life. So I have watched past WrestleManias, plenty of them, where they did not use everybody on the card, where the superstars that they used were the ones that were used all year round, and they had been entertaining them throughout the year. They didn't just say, okay, you're on the roster, so you're going to be at WrestleMania. Okay, so think back to a past WrestleMania that you genuinely enjoyed overall, that didn't include everybody on the card. Okay? Give you just a second to think about that, because I have a few that I really enjoyed. One of them that I really enjoyed that gets a lot of criticism, because WWE had such a great storyline going into it, and they scrapped it and gave it a double main event, was WrestleMania 8. WrestleMania 8 was one that I really enjoyed back in the early 90s as a little kid. Not so much the main event, because they could have done something better with the Hulk Hogan, Sid Justice storyline. But I enjoyed Macho Man versus Ric Flair for a WWE Championship. That Roddy Piper versus Bret Hart matchup was absolutely excellent. And some of the other stuff that was in between was really good too. So I enjoyed a lot of that kind of stuff. And then you had WrestleMania 14. And then once you get into with Austin and Michaels and Kane and The Undertaker and all that kind of great stuff. So WrestleMania, when they did not have everybody on the card, has been really good. This year, wrestling fans, I saw a report where Vince McMahon, according to Sportskeeda.com, wants to have everybody on the card, scrap some rivalries, and wants it bigger, bigger, and more bigger. Well, wrestling fans, first of all, let's see what WWE has in store for us. You got Edge versus Roman Reigns, the tribal chief of the WWE, versus the rated R superstar. Universal Championship on the line. Spear versus Spear. You got Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's Championship. You have, not announced yet, but it is coming, Asuka versus Charlotte for the Raw Women's Championship. You have Bobby Lashley, the WWE Champion, most assured, as of right now anyway, going to face Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. If that's not the road they're going down, I don't know what it is. Except for one other man. I think we all know who that one other man possibly might be. And Paul Heyman makes that joke when this guy's brought up and he has to talk about him in interviews. But Brock Lesnar really is the only man that knows when he's going to come back, wrestling fans. And when we hear that Vince McMahon wants to make WrestleMania bigger and all that other kinds of stuff, you know that that's one guy that he has in mind. So, the night after Fastlane, it would not surprise me. It would not surprise me one bit. And in WWE's eyes, Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley, WWE Championship on the line at WrestleMania is a much bigger matchup than Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley, one-on-one. Some of you wouldn't want to see that matchup, but in their eyes, that's a bigger matchup. Or giving Drew McIntyre something else to do at Mania and just having Lesnar and Lashley at Mania. Whatever the case, seeing this report, it would not surprise me a bit. What else are they going to throw in there? Another Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? Outside of the name Andre the Giant, simply for the battle, simply for the name and the nostalgia act, I don't see, and to get more people on the card, quite frankly, there's nothing that makes it bigger. Nothing. And if you look in the past, the majority of people that's in there are jobbers. People you never see. Tag teams throwing their partners out of the ring. A few legends like we've seen, like Tatanka and things of that nature. We saw the Big Show in there, which I know he's in AEW now, but when he was in WWE, he was WrestleMania appearing legend. We saw Shaq in there once, things of that nature. And the winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal every year really has gotten nothing from it. If we want to make this match, okay, and put this match on the card, which I'm sure if they're trying to get everybody on the card and make WrestleMania bigger and all this stuff, then whoever wins the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal needs to gain something from it. Get a real boost in their career from winning this Battle Royal. Big Show, did he get anything from winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? Of course not. It was just them saying, okay, this giant won the Battle Royal. Did Cesaro really get anything from winning the Battle Royal? No, not really. He broke up from We the People, Jack Swagger, and Zeb Coulter, and went with Paul Heyman, became the King of Swing and all that stuff. And after he left Paul Heyman, his career went downhill, and we saw, him with the bar and all that kind of stuff. But, wrestling fans, whoever wins, if they decide to do that and put that match in there, they really need to give that superstar a boost in their career, whoever wins. And then you have Damian Priest and Bad Bunny, rumored to take on The Miz and Morrison in this celebrity-type tag team matchup. Let's be honest here, okay? Why don't we just have Bad Bunny do something with the 24/7 championship? He's a 24/7 champion. Have him in a skit with the 24/7 championship at Mania. Instead, they're using The Miz and Morrison for a tag team match that they're going to lose. I mean, this right here is what WWE is saying: bigger, great, grand. One thing that has come to mind that I saw was John Cena's new movie has been pushed. The release date is 2022, I guess, for the new Fast and Furious, Fast 9 or 10 or whatever. Are they trying to get him to come back for a rivalry? What, a 4 or 5 week rivalry after Fastlane? I hear that there's going to be a gimmick match between Orton and The Fiend. I'm actually excited to see that. I'm ready to see what that's all about. Bigger. Wrestling fans, y'all let me know what you're thinking in comments below. Do you think WrestleMania needs to have everybody on the card? Or do you think they need to take what they have right now, the storylines that they have right now, utilize these storylines, groom these storylines, don't scrap these storylines and say, they're garbage, and let's start from square one and do all over again? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel today. Make sure you do that, and make sure you follow me on Facebook at Wrestling 1988. Like, comment, go back and check out anything you missed. And until I see you again, this is Webby, and I'll catch all of you on the other side. Talk to you later.